Hey, morning, how you guys doing? There's a lot of things I need to talk about, but when I'm recording, when I'm recording my phone, I can only do about 10 minutes. So I'm trying to cram it all into this video, probably the next one, or maybe one day when I get the time, I'll go ahead and start making videos like how I used to. But nevertheless, man, there's a lot going on, and I think sometimes we get distracted in all the noise that's going around us. Now, some people love to watch videos and stuff with trauma all the time. Look what's happened to us. Look what's going on. Are you following a Ken or what you call a Karen around the store? Or they following you around the store? And I mean, I don't see the point in doing any of that stuff. But I get it. This is how some people make money off of trauma all the time. I mean, let's say, and I hope this never happens, somebody have a video of your family being murdered or something. How many times would you want to watch that video? I know me, for one, I would never watch it. But some people are so sick in their mind, they'll probably watch that video 15 to 20 times. Why? Why would you want to burn that into your mind? I don't know. And what's so dangerous about this victim mindset is you look for stuff to fulfill your narrative in your head, your self-serving bias in your head about you being a victim, you having it all the worst and so forth like that, but you're not doing anything to stop it. And people like Phil and the rest of I have a whole lot of people, because on this social media thing, everybody copies what the next person is doing. They see it's successful, they copy it. And like so many people know, they chase the algorithms. And again, that's how you're making money, fine. But at the end of the day, I don't see how is that improving anything, because everybody always down to say, I love my people. From my experience and being around people who always say that, they are not there because they love you. They're not giving you information because they love you, because it lines their pockets. Because some of these same people will say they love you, but the minute you go against them, having a polite or even might be a little emotional discussion with them, and you disagree with them, they'll cuss you out, cuss your mama out, cuss everybody. So wait a minute, a whole bunch of Emma effers and N-words is this. I'm like, well, wait a minute, and be that. But these are the same people that say that they're doing it for my people. Hey, fam, what's going on, fam? And all that is just like buzzwords to kind of get you, soften you up, make you more malleable. Kind of like how people come and approach you in the grocery store. And ask you, hey, man, you looking for opportunity to make some passive income? The reason I'm using that because I had a guy approach me in the grocery store. I was in Costco about 2 weeks ago. I'm shopping, I see the guy in one aisle talking to somebody. So, okay, I'm going to keep going. I'm not paying no attention to him. But, I mean, I know these people, So I kind of record his face in my mind. I see him again in the water aisle. I'm like, what the hell? So finally, I was done by the cooler section, freezer section in Costco. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Hey, what's up, man? Hey, man, you ever thought about, making passive income, what do you do for a living? I told him. Yeah, I mean, you should think about making passive income. You're like, so, oh, crap. Anytime I hear that, I already know it's going to be some kind of multi-level marketing, something along the lines like that. And that's what these people do. They say little things to kind of hook you in. Oh, look what's going on. Oh, racism. And I'm so sick and tired of hearing people talking about racism. Listen, you don't know what you're talking about. Racism is nothing more than economics. It's an economic race. The root word of racism is race. Take off the E, add the ism. It's a race. What type of race is it? Economic race. But they got you thinking, well, somebody don't like you. That's prejudice. That's bigotry. That's nothing to do with the economic race. But again, people say things they think is correct. For instance, you want to identify yourself as a color, why not use what your eyes see? For instance, my skin color is brown. There's no mistake about it. This steering wheel here is black, as you can see. It's brown. Yeah, you got a little, this is brown. I mean, it's dark. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, but I mean, as you can see, this is black. This is black. This down here is black. This is what you see is brown. Different type of brown. See, let me pull up my sleeve because I'm a little chilly this morning. Give me 1 second. All this is still brown. So why are people calling themselves something they're not? Black makes no sense to me. I mean, I got people way lighter than I am, and they calling themselves black. I'm like, what the hell? Nevertheless, I just chuck it to the game and keep it moving. There's a lot of people out here who's vying for your attention, and they don't want you to become critical thinkers. They don't want you to be deep thinkers. They want you to be surface level, always surface level. And they have you going at each other. Like people like with the xenophobia nonsense, like Yvette Carnell back then, she changed it up a whole lot now. Tone back then, they changed it up. Tariq Nasheed, he's trying to pivot away from that now because they realize it goes nowhere. All that nonsense you're talking about goes nowhere. And if you want to be taken serious on a global scale, people look at you and wonder if you're kind of crazy. You know, imagine for a second. I'm gonna make this quick example. You have killer whales. No, let's take them. Let me use it. Let's say you have the great white sharks. That's what they call them. But you have, let's just say, for the sake of this example, you have about 10 great white sharks. But then they have a little scuffle and say, you know what? Half of us are saying we don't want to be called great white anymore. We can call ourselves the great blue sharks. Okay. Then after that great blue sharks, some of them get small and say, you know what? Nah, man, I don't like that. I'm going to call myself the great green sharks. Okay. Well, let's say that those 10 great white sharks that used to be great white, you know, 5 are still great white. Let's say they run into some killer whales, because if you don't know, killer whales can kill great white sharks with no problem. I think that's one of the only predators a great white shark is afraid of. So let's say they run into a pod of killer whales. Now the killer whales start attacking the 5 great white sharks, you know, and the other 5 who are something else, they say, well, that ain't nothing to do with us because those are great white. I'm a great blue, and they are the great greens. Well, after the killer whales get done killing them, they come to attack the the great blues. You know, and the great greens looking at, well, that ain't my problem. That's the great blues problem. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Until they get done with the great blue sharks, and now they're attacking the great green sharks. That's us. We want to be all these different types of things, anything other than African, and think we're somehow different. I've already told you many times, when you see you, they see me. When they see me, they see you. They don't make no differentiation. If someone wants to be bigoted towards you, trust me, they're going to do it towards me as well. I've never been asked any questions, any type of questionnaire, where you from, where your lineage, how far back your people from, you free man, you ain't free man, nobody never asked me that. Trust me, I live around people who don't look like me. I live in Fort Worth, Texas. I keep telling you that. Not saying everybody from here is like that. Not saying that, but I sense it. I mean, sometimes you can't even run too fast if you're trying to catch, say something, you got to go someplace in a hurry. You got to kind of make a quick jog. You got to say, oh, I can't jog because somebody might be looking at me. Okay? Because the imagery out there, the imagery. Even to this day, 2022, I go to the grocery store. Somebody got the bag in the shopping cart. They're looking back to see if I'm going to grab it. I said, damn. To this day, young I know, okay? But I'm sure they didn't have any encounters with any type of African Caribbean people, you know? But it's the imagery that they see us as one. I already told you, the real Pan-Africanist is not an African people. It's the other people who say what you all are one thing. But we still don't get that memo. We still believe in all these type of different identifications. Yet, we're not doing the real work to actually build anything. I'm going to stop this video here because it's coming towards the 10-minute mark. And on this phone, I can only do 10 minutes at a time unless I do a live stream. And I don't think I have the time for that right now. Well, actually, I know I don't have the time for it. Even though it's early in the morning, I still don't have the time for it. So I'm going to stop it here and come back with the next one. Part 2 to this.